Hi everybody, I'm back and I even brushed my hair especially for the occasion. I'm well on the road to recovery now, but I'm still a little tired. Nevertheless, it's good to be here to be able to record a shave. And before I get started, I'd just like to say once again, thank you so much for your kind messages of support and encouragement, and for all the prayers I received during this time when I've been poorly. It's a very small world sometimes, and I've had messages from all over. I've had messages from Nepal, Qatar, Equatorial Guinea, from Italy, from Greece, from Mexico, from literally all over the world, and it's been really humbling, so thank you. Now I'm looking forward to this shave. I've got about 3 days of growth. I'm really looking forward to a nice shave today, and the razor I'm going to be using is a Yaqibrush company razor. It is their Mellon head, which is a double open comb razor. I've popped it onto my Muller 106 handle, which I think looks particularly good. Have you ever wondered why it's called a Mellon head? Well, I'm going to tell you in this video. It's a nod to a vintage razor and that razor's designer. I'm going to be using the Sagrada Familia shaving brush. I don't quite know why this is named after Gaudi's fantastic cathedral in Barcelona, but a very nice little brush with the tuxedo knot. And the blade I've got in the razor is one from my friend Sven that I haven't used yet, and it is Gillette Ruby, and I do really like these. I think they are not the sharpest blade, but certainly a nice smooth blade, and they go very well with this razor. So I've got my soap already in a bowl, and today I'm going to be using a sample of soap that I've got that's called Rodrigo de Jerez. It is, there we are, it's just in a little sample tin. And it's from a gentleman called Joeseph in Spain, and I will put the link to his Facebook page in the description to this video, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the soap as we go along. So let's get this brush damp. Now the soap isn't made anymore. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment, but it is a tobacco vanilla type scent. It has a little bit of added cocoa and just a touch of leather. And what I'm getting is the tobacco flower with the cocoa and vanilla, and I like it very much. The gentleman who made this has been making hand and body soaps for very many years, but it's only in the last year that he has been making shaving soaps. It's nice to find somebody manufacturing soap in Europe, and I'll certainly be getting some more samples from this gentleman. This was a test that he did to see how his soap responded to lamb's tallow. So it's no longer made. It didn't quite give him what he was looking for, but I find it to be a very nice soap indeed, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to at some point trying Joeseth's other bases. Now, excuse me, bashing around with this bowl. to get some water on my face. Oh, I tell you, I'm worn out, guys. I really am worn out. But it's going to be so good to have a shave. Oh, big lump of soap there. Do you know, while I was poorly, I didn't shave. I didn't shave at all for over a week. But when I did shave, I left a little round beard. Well, after a few days more, I found I was touching it all the time and rubbing it, and it got on my nerves, so that came off. But I left myself with just the moustache for a day. And I definitely do not suit a moustache, so that came off as well. So today it's all going to be shaved. This is a nice brush, but I do wish it was just set a little longer. My best brushes have quite a nice loft on them, and I prefer the softness that gives the brush. I'm actually going to just put this in the soap again. Do you know what? That's going to do fine. There we are. It might not be the best lather you've ever seen, but it'll do me, to be honest. Now, I have, the few times I've used it, and it is only a few, but I have enjoyed this double open comb razor from Yaqi. It is based on an old razor from the 1940s, the Grand King self-lubricating razor, and it was patented in 1944, this design of the double open comb, and it was patented by a Joeseph M Mellon, hence the Mellon head. I'll put the link to the patent document in the description, so you can have a look at that. It's very interesting. The idea of it is that when you dip the razor in water, the razor head holds more water, and that water is released as you pass through your shave. And also, what have I written down here? It moistens the lather immediately preceding the cutting edge. Now honestly, I think all razors do that, but maybe there is something in this. It certainly is a very, very nice razor to shave with. that original vintage razor was only made for a couple of years, maybe 1945 to 47, something like that. So you don't see them very often. But the original version, obviously it has a similar style head, and it has a little bit shorter handle and a little bit thicker handle. I did have one myself, but when it came to me, I found that the thread was damaged in the handle and it wouldn't hold the head cap or the guard plate. So I passed that on to a gentleman who thought he could fix it, and maybe he's getting some enjoyment from that. But of course we should mention Douglas Smythe from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Because it is Douglas that first reintroduced the double open comb razor based on that original vintage razor, and of course the Chinese have unashamedly pinched that and run with it, and that's the way of business. But this certainly is very nice. Well, it's whipped through 3 days of growth. As you would expect, it was a very smooth shave with this ruby. Thought I was going to just aquaplane off the window ledge there. I do love that this soap has a little bit of cocoa in it. I think it's great. I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm finding I quite like a bit of cocoa in my soap. I never ever thought that I would. But this is especially nice with the hint of the tobacco flower, and it's just lovely. I think I could become a fan of tobacco soaps, definitely. Sorry, not tobacco soaps, chocolatey soaps. The tobacco aspect of this is very light, and I like that. Well, this head comes in chrome or in black for $4.50, or in gunmetal for $5. So I think Yaqi are producing very nice stuff for a very nice price. I certainly like this. I like the finish on it as well. It's an immaculate finish, especially for that amount of money. Oh, and it's a nice shave. It is a nice shave for me. Just out of interest, I'm going to put this in the same group as my Moolah 106, which of course is the R89 head. It's quite similar to that. It's similar to my Gillette Heritage. It's hard to say if it's exactly the same, but it's about that level. I know the razor can change with that head, the R89 head, depending on the handle, and I've no doubt this is the same. It's very nice with this handle I've got on. I'm finding it to be a very nice, comfortable shave with just a tiny, tiny touch of aggression there. It really suits me. Do you know, I have a spot here, and it's been really annoying me for weeks now, no matter how I shave it or which direction I shave it. There's just a little spot that doesn't come off, that doesn't shave as well as I'd like. And you know, when I stretch my skin, the hairs just sort of disappear, and it's right just under that knotted bone of my jaw there. So hopefully I've got it today. And there we are. It's great, isn't it, when you have a shave, you haven't had one for a while. Just going to drain a drop of water. Oh boy. I like the low profile head on this. There is, I don't know if you can see on, maybe you can't see, there is just a touch of blade showing past the end of the razor there on the edges. But nothing major. That's very nice. Missed the tiniest bit there. I'm just going to get it. That's it. Now I'm just going to go with something simple. It's late at night. I don't need anything particularly scented. Just going to go with my Nivea Men Cooling Post-Shave Balm. Got absolutely loads on my hands. So there we are, that's my shave. It's tired me out. Now, once again, thank you for your support and encouragement. I am well on the road to recovery. I'll see you next week for another shave. Until I see you, let's be safe out there and keep yourselves safe, be careful, and we'll get through this together. All the very best to you and thank you. See you soon.